Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking, it just.
So this is just a very introductory course to paper quilling.
That's fine.
Very simple. The library now has a quilling kit, which is what this is. And I'm going to show you what's in it. It'll be available for checkout after Saturday's program, but you can also put it on hold. So it has a book, Beginner's Guide to Quilling Paper Flowers, and it has this, yeah.
No, I mean,
It has this, which is designed so that to get your things all the same size. And it also has pins in here. So you could pin your things in and they'd all be the same size. I'm not being that perfect for tonight. Tonight it's just gonna be relatively simple, but the kit has the pins in it. And you would put your thing in and use that. It also has this for sizing again, also, it's just sizing. That for laying out and making your designs. This is another sizing tool for the quilling. Scissors in the kit. And then there's tweezers if you want. And there's two tools. One is just plain, which we are going to use a toothpick in that tonight. And this one I love. It is a slotted tool. So I will show you how simple it makes it. It's way easier. Stick it on the end, and it holds it, so then you just start twisting and it will just really fast roll the whole thing up. It's so much faster.
yeah.
Just go like that. But for tonight, and for this class, we're going to use a toothpick and do it with a toothpick. So let me put these things away. Oh, the kit also comes with some quilling strips in it, different colors that you can use, obviously not all of them at one time, but you can use, and then as they're used, we'll replenish them in the kit. And the one thing I would say, if you like it and if you order your supplies, pay attention to the thickness of the strips if you order them from somewhere. If you get them at a store, you can see, but I ordered 2 different sets, and one set is this thickness, and the other set is about half that thickness. So the skinnier ones are great for if you're going to make a card, because it's not going to stick up so much. You can mail it and it won't be so bad. But for this, I wanted a little bit thicker ones. So this is the kit. And we also have another book that is available for checkout in the library. This one's a little bit more advanced. The one in the kit is more of a beginner one.
That's available with checkout.
Yes. Yep.
And use the supplies that are in it.
Yep. Yep. So it doesn't come with glue. We didn't want to have the mess of glue in the library stuff. But you can use the strips that are in it. It comes with, it might not be the colors you want. It just depends on what gets put in there each time. And the glue, so different people recommend different glue. It worked with this tacky glue, so that's what we're using for tonight. So then everybody has a small little kit here. Oh yeah, grab one of these kits, Chris, and a thing of glue, which have that. And if you open it up, you're going to have the strips that you need for the snowflake and 2 toothpicks. So if your strips are still connected, some of them are connected and some are separated, just separate them carefully because sometimes they will rip where they're not supposed to. So you can separate all your strips. Okay. We're going to start with 6 of them. So we're making a snowflake that I found on Pinterest. This is what it is. It's Quilled Arctic Snowflake by Cecilia Louie. We're not following her dimensions though. If you follow her dimensions, you get a tiny snowflake. And if you use the strips we have, you're going to get a much larger one. So we're just going to go with the larger. I put everything in a Ziploc because somebody asked about the paper to put them on. I do it on the Ziploc because then if you have glue, you can peel it right off and it's not gonna stick too much. Come on in, you can grab a Ziploc bag and a thing of glue. We're just getting started. So then you just, to start, take your toothpick and put it on the end of one of these and start rolling it up tight on the toothpick. Come on in. This is where I really like that slotted tool because it's so much faster.
Yeah. You too? This got your glue.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought there's two cooks now, all of a sudden it's not close.
And then you just kind of have to hold it with your other hand a little to get it to roll. It works with a toothpick or a paintbrush handle or a nail. But if you do a lot of it, you probably will want one of the slotted tools. And you can try it out with the library's kit. I can let y'all try it once tonight. Though I think consistency, if you want your snowflake to look the best, you're going to have better luck for consistency if you keep doing the whole thing with the toothpick or the whole thing with a slotted tool. And actually, like right now, mine is solid enough. The toothpick's slipping out, so I'm just going to take it out and keep rolling. It might be easier for Rebecca with the slotted tool, so I might let her try that if you want.
Put the toothpick in the glue
Younger.
first.
Nope, don't use that at all. Just roll it on it, and then you'll end up with a little.
Just roll it on here.
Yep. Yep, you're gonna end up with
No,
a
I
little
know.
roll. And then if you have, you can take it off your toothpick or off your tool. And if you just kind of hold it a little bit, it'll keep its shape. And then when you let go, it's gonna come out a little. And that's where the sizing tools in these kits are beneficial because you make sure they're all the same. For tonight, I would say just let it loosen and go with about where it is, what you like. We'll make 6 of them
I
first,
have a sizing tool.
so you can.
What size do you want me to make it?
It really doesn't matter as long as they're all consistent. So this would be one a little bit larger because we will do smaller ones later. Right now we're doing the bigger section here. So once we have all 6 of them rolled, we're gonna squeeze the ends and we'll get this bigger section. So maybe, let's see. I probably let it loosen it to maybe this one.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Now, once I've got it sized.
Then let's just do 6 of them, just like that, and we'll glue them after that. But so we're just gonna. Well, you have the tool. Okay, so for you with the tool, then you take your glue and just with a toothpick you're not using to roll, put a little bit of glue. Just put a little bit of glue on the end and let it.
Like the outside part,
Yeah, where the.
where it overlaps.
Yep, where this part
There,
overlaps.
that's what I thought.
And then in your sizing tool, it'll sit there while it dries. For the rest of us, we'll hold it.
I just keep going. Yep. That's what she.
So yeah, we need 6 of them like that. Do you want to try the slotted tool for someone younger or older? Sometimes that slotted tool, I prefer the slotted tool because it holds it and then she can just spin it.
I was done with it, I'm not gonna do it. I'll turn it in.
Okay.
I'll keep reading.
Oh, just
She
put
said I
it in the
could
back
put it
on the
in
table. I'll
mine.
get it. Thanks. Yes, yep.
I'll keep reading.
Oh, that's okay.
I just
Yep.
don't know where I'm putting it.
Yeah, you're the first one, so she had to ask where to put it.
Everybody
I
else
need
is
to
gonna
make a
keep doing it.
basket.
I'm-
No, that's okay.
I got some books on it, really like it.
I did,
So,
but I'm not gonna keep track of
but she dropped it. Well, that's okay. And you can, if you drop it and it loosens up, you can re-roll the same one until you get it where you want. So you need 6 of them that are all about the same size.
Each time, so I get all 3 of them, so I go from one end to the next one.
it. Oh, yeah.
So I got a lot of the same characters.
a lot faster with the slotted tool too, the rolling of these, I think. And then when I'm done rolling it, sometimes I squeeze it just a little bit to hold it together if I don't want it to get to loosen way up. And then I'm just gonna sit next to the other one and let it unroll so they're about the same size.
But then how do you keep it that way?
Yeah, so these you want to loosen up a little bit because we're going to be making this like eye-shaped piece. Yep. So you want to loosen up a little. Right. And with all the tools, you can be more exact about everything, but this is just kind of introductory. So you can put a hold on the kit if you want to check out the kit. We'll have it to show people Saturday. So actually, I guess, Chris, do you want to show, or do you want me just to see it from the video? Because I did go through everything in the kit.
The video was kind of fun.
Okay.
That's online?
Yes, it's on our YouTube, so if you go to our website and click YouTube, it'll take you to it. Well, it will be on there by tomorrow. Hopefully, it will upload tonight. That's the plan anyway. So only do 6 like this. Come on in. Grab a Ziploc bag and a thing of glue. Excuse me. And then there's a chair over here, a couple chairs.
Hi, Dan.
So we're just getting started. We're rolling our first strips. So when you open up your Ziploc bag, you'll have strips of paper. If they're still connected, gently separate them because they will rip easily. So that we want to separate them gently. And we're taking 6 of the strips and rolling it on a toothpick to make. We're making a snowflake.
All right. Cool. I make greeting cards and I want to be able to greeting cards.
So I mentioned earlier, for greeting cards, if you buy quilling strips, pay attention to the thickness of them because these are a little bit thicker for making a snowflake or something that'll stand up.
Oh.
But some strips are about half that. The ones that are in our library quilling kit, they're about half the thickness. Yeah, and I think those are better for cards
Oh, okay.
because they're thinner, so then your card's not going to stick out as much and you can mail it or put it in the envelope more easily.
All right.
I just thought they're really tiny, so for starting out, I thought a little bit bigger might be better.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, those are so skinny.
Yeah, aren't they?
Are you just rolling them?
So, yeah, so I'll get one started here. If you take your toothpick and just put it like at the edge and then use your other thumb or finger to roll it until it's tight on the toothpick and then you just keep rolling it.
Okay.
There's in our kit and in quilling kits if you purchase them. So we purchased our things off Amazon. Fern here has a kit that she purchased at Jamie's Craft Supplies in Hastings. So you can find them in stores too. Excuse me. They don't cost that much, but if you get a kit, they come with a slotted tool, which is what she's using over there. And it holds the end for you, so it's a lot easier than the toothpick, especially if you're younger or older, or like me, I don't have feeling in one of my thumbs.
Oh.
So there are a lot of reasons that
I
things
think I
easier.
had it at home.
Oh, yeah, it's very beneficial.
That's a lot of junk. I didn't think about that.
So then you just keep rolling it on the toothpick until you get it all the way rolled up.
Okay.
And then once it's rolled up, I kind of hold it a minute and maybe squeeze it a little to help it stay together, because we're not using, in the quilling kits, there are sizing things that help hold it to the exact size you want, so that all of them will be identical. So Fern over there is using one of those, and hers will all be the exact same size. Ours will just be close.
Oh.
See, and she's already done with her 6 with that tool, because it's so much faster with the slotted tool.
How many are we rolling?
Just 6 of them to start.
Does somebody else want to try it out while she's done?
If you want to try it, you can. If you want to try the slotted tool, it's way easier.
If you're not using it.
I also,
You think
someone
so
can
too?
try mine.
I guess you could do it to the picture.
Do you want,
You don't want to do it.
Faith, do you
that
want
way
to
a
try a
grip
slotted
in it.
tool as well?
you don't want to.
Thank you.
I'll try it.
Is there a slot it goes in?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there it is.
yeah, you can slide it from the end. Like, you don't have to thread it through. You can just do it, stick it over it. That's the very end of the tool. It's hard to see, I admit, for people who use reading glasses like myself. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's there.
Now how do you keep it from unwinding again?
So then when you get there, so I'm almost at the same point as you, then I just hold it a second.
Oh, okay.
So if you have one of the sizing tools, you would place it in that sizing tool. But since we're not using sizing tools, I just kind of squeeze it just a tiny bit to hold it a little, and then
Over to the side though.
then I let go of it, and I want them all to be I want all 6 to be approximately the same size. If you were using a kit, then you would do them all in the sizing tool. So that would be like something like this. You would put it, when you let go of it, you would put it in whatever circle, and it would hold it there, and then you do the glue.
While you're working on.
Yes, yep, and you do one at a time that way. I'm saying do all 6 because we're not all using those tools, and so we want them to be about the same size. And so if we do 6 to get at the same time, I can see, oh, one's a little bigger or a little tighter, and get them approximately the same. Wow, I guess I'm slow. You have all 6 of yours done too.
Oh, is it working?
I'll blame it on my thumb.
I just think it works better.
Go with that. You have an excuse. I got this one coming up in the middle. It's like a little spring now, but it is a lot tighter.
Yes. And actually, it's okay if it springs up a little because it gives dimension. But if you don't want it, then you can glue it. When you're doing the glue, you can glue it down so it doesn't spring up as much.
Oh,
Did it break?
I pulled it.
I'll get you another strip later, so just take another one for now. Yeah, separate them just very gently there at the end.
Okay.
I do have some extra strips. I don't know if I have that color though, but I will check. There are a lot of videos or tutorials on YouTube if you want more instruction.
Oh, yeah.
The books have instructions, but there are a lot of videos too. And most people are probably a little bit more exact about everything. So for those of you who are done, I did not separate all mine. Did you separate all of yours already?
No.
You should have 6 left. 3 of those, oh, I need to get you scissors. 3 of those we're going to cut in half, and 3 we will not. Yes, please, you were there. Thank you. And you might have an extra strip. Looks like I have some extra strips in my kit.
Oh, it's so cute.
I got mine. They maybe aren't perfect, but. I just do it.
There's a lot bigger.
Well, I figured they'd come in.
Yep, cut 3 of them in half. Actually.
What part are we using right now? Oh, small.
Those will be the little, these are showed on here.
Mom,
Um, these little top parts.
that,
Actually, I think we cut them all in half, maybe. Yep, actually, we're going to cut all of them in half. I forgot. It's been a while since I did the sample, so cut all of them in half.
cut all of them in half?
Yep.
Oh, you already cut, did you? Only 3 or something.
No, actually, cut all of them. It's been a while since I did it, so I was wrong.
You cut all of them?
Yep, in half. After you have your 6, so you need the 6 that are the full size, and then you're going to cut 6 more in half.
You only have the 12 half pieces.
12 half pieces, yep. So your 6 that you've already rolled up that are all about the same size, you're going to want to grab them to about what you want. And the end that sticks up, if you pinch, so you pinch there, so that ends up at an end. You pinch a little, and then you pinch the other end. So you're going to make it look sort of like the shape of an eye by pinching. But it works out best if you can get that little flap to be right on the pinch. So you pinch it, and then you just take your toothpick that you're not using for rolling, dip it in the glue, and just put a little dab of the glue on it. And hold it a second. It's really, as long as they're all about the same, so see, mine are all, it doesn't really matter as long as they're all about the same. If you're measuring, I mean, there are specific measurements, I guess, but.
So you don't want it that low?
Ideally, you want it a little bigger than that, yep. Because even mine is smaller than what my sample is, so.
You're just pinching the edges?
So, yeah, so you take where that flap is, you see the flap, and then just pinch that with the outer part a little bit. So you're keeping the eye in the center. And then, so you have a teardrop, but then you're going to pinch the other side, so it's more like a eye. Does that make sense?
A little looser then. 1 layer?
1 or 2. I think mine might be 1. But yeah, you want them a little bit loose because you don't want it super tiny. I mean,
Pinch mine into eyes before I glue them.
Is this too small?
you can still pinch it. Yep, you can still pinch
Okay.
it.
Is that too small?
You'll just have a smaller snowflake, so it's okay. So that's probably about the size of this one. It's the centerpieces. So your snowflake will be about that size.
Okay.
So it's okay. It just depends if you want the bigger or the smaller snowflake.
Oh, okay.
If you were following instructions, it would tell you like do it maybe 7 millimeters or something. But then you'd all need the measuring tools.
Got a little
Yeah.
pinch on it.
And then
I want to get it seat.
I was gonna say, are you gonna go over to the planning commission meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
then
What
when
time is that? 7,
So
but
you
you
have a lot
want
of
to get
time.
a seat so you can't be at the last
Oh.
time.
I have my seat with me.
you do. So I set mine once they have glue, I set them on the Ziploc bag because then they can dry, but I can peel them off. If you set it on paper, it might stick. So that's why I put everything in the Ziploc bag because then the glue, it'll
Do you just glue that little end?
just that little loose end. And then eventually we'll glue them all together. So I didn't do mine super great because mine are 2 different sizes. They should be the same size. So I might open it up a little, I don't know. They should, ideally you want them to be the same size. That's where the measuring tools really come in helpful.
It comes off there, you got to stay there. It has to stay there.
So my snowflake will be unique. It won't be perfect.
Okay, so these get pinched.
Yep. Pinched, and yours are already glued, so just pinch where, on each end a little bit. So since some of you have to leave, I can tell you what to do with the rest, even if you're not that far ahead yet or ready. And so your next ones, you're going to roll just like we did, only you're not going to pinch it into an eye. You're going to pinch it into a teardrop.
Oh, I think that's what I'm doing.
I don't know
Looks
what
like teardrop.
Yeah, they look like teardrops.
So you want to pinch both ends. So, like, here, I'll show you with this one second.
I'm pinching one, the end and then one little one, right?
So I pinch where that strip is, and then I take the other side and I pinch the other side too, and kind of push the circles all to the middle. Mine are a very good example of why you need the measuring tools, because mine are not coming out the same size. I think I did
Mine aren't either, so I guess it's a
mix, yep,
first time thing, I guess.
and every snowflake is unique.
Here, I guess I
So.
got even though they want to roll.
You glued them, didn't you?
Huh? I didn't glue them, was I supposed to glue them?
No.
Yep, glue the end, yep, just that flap.
First,
Either,
right now?
yes,
Yeah,
yep,
but you gotta pinch it like an eye.
pinch it like an eye, see how
on each
this,
side. Don't glue it yet.
This whole thing gets pinched?
Each side.
pinch each end.
Take it like, take each little corner like that. That one's too small.
You know, if the corners getting tight with those.
Okay.
Yeah, my little eyes.
Well, once you have all 6 of your ones that look like eyes, take one and put some glue on an end like this,
This is one I did with that.
on
tool.
each side of one end. And then you're gonna glue the next one to it. One thing that will keep it looking more uniform is if you look and make sure your swirls are going the same direction. It's not necessary, but it will make it more uniform. I think mine are. And then you're just gonna glue them together like that. And then I'm gonna add some more glue to another one.
Because now my pinch is gonna be in a different area.
So do you see how I'm gluing them together? Just putting a little bit of glue on one end and then setting it next to the others on the Ziploc bag, and it can be drying while we're doing the next part. And by putting it on the Ziploc bag, we can peel it off. So this will form the center of your snowflake. I'm trying to hurry a little bit for those of you who have to leave quickly. Then while that's drying, you want to roll 6 more. And these will be smaller because you're just using the half pieces. So they'll take less time to roll as well. And if you're using the measuring tool, you're going to want to put them in a smaller one. Oh, you need a tool? Oh. Sorry.
Oh, yes, she makes her.
Well, we got a pinch somehow.
Well, and this will be on our YouTube channel, so you can watch the rest of it if you have to leave and you're not done. Yep, yep, for six of the half size, so that it's going to make smaller pieces. Yep.
I made the Christmas ornaments this last year. I used one of them in a gay gift, not gay gift, they were just fun game. My grandson got it. He got something with it. He got a collar or two. Threw it on the ground. I don't want a stupid ornament. In case he goes, Grandma made it, and he quick grabbed it.
Oh, cute.
That, Grandma made that.
Better keep it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
So he's getting this next year.
Cause Grandma made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his mom or so got $5 or something. He didn't. You know, but it was just, that wasn't their present. It was just a game.
Now you just have to make him something every year so that he
Yep.
has to keep it.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Yes, perfect. Can I put that under this, put this on the screen here a second?
Oh, it's a
People?
little one, isn't it?
Well, I guess I got it.
So here's another one. This one was done with the measuring tool.
Now you put them together.
Now what am I supposed to make?
So now
Supposed to
take
look like
6 of your halves and roll them up too. So they'll be smaller.
That's not my card, right?
Somebody got it.
It's like people that come early. It's kind of early.
Oh, to the meeting? What are they talking about?
Hey,
Commission?
do you want
They need to be
500 apartments
smaller?
across?
Yes.
So I wanna go down like
500
maybe 3 or
apartments,
4
what
one.
are they?
I was using that one. Down to this
Down
one.
by where the condos are?
No,
Right down here, right at the corner. You go to the corner and 500 apartments.
I wonder how they're gonna have room down there.
oh, there it is. When you make it fun.
Well, don't you think that'd be nice for us to have for neighbors? We already got 500 trailers.
You
And then
know,
they're adding
Well,
more.
they're adding all those condos behind me. And at the Harvest Meadow condos, the
where's that?
furnace,
Over
they're
there.
right across from the
Harvest Meadows.
condos. Right, south of the house.
They only just had little bit.
You see to do the number 3 hole?
Yes.
Do I have to glue this one too?
I don't know.
Yes, these are the smaller ones that you're working on.
These are the
So the-
same
Is
size.
that what I gotta do? Put them in like that?
No, don't do
So
it like mine.
the smaller ones, you're gonna
Don't follow me.
do the same thing,
Well,
but you're
that's
only
the
gonna pinch
center.
one end. Yeah, so what you just did is the center, and now the smaller ones, so like, I just finished doing my 6, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on, and I'm only gonna pinch one end of it, so it's more of a teardrop instead of the eye. We're gonna use that later. Does that make sense?
Gotta make it into a flower kind of, and glue them
Gotta glue these together yet?
together. Yep.
Jeez.
Or you can, if you want, since you don't have a lot of time, you can just make all your pieces and then watch the video later and glue them together.
Diane
That
come
would
in
be
that
easier.
stage, she can finish it for you.
This is wonderful.
Oh, yeah, that we can
Yeah,
record it like
having that
this.
TV up there and demonstrating,
Yep, helps you be able to see it a little bit better.
yeah.
Gotta glue these together now, right now?
He's like a little flower. This is, yeah,
I just wanna slide around that.
yeah. I wouldn't say, don't copy mine.
So I glue them on 2 sides?
Oh, man, what did I?
Yes.
Tried to pull it out and this is.
I wonder if they're gonna, are they gonna talk about the new addition to the condo?
Oh, I think that's already passed.
Oh, okay, they're all settling, and you're having trouble with electricity back in.
Fern's probably got an
Are they gonna be talking about the new addition to the condos tonight?
Probably not.
No,
No, this is
Okay.
just that thing over there.
there's
Well-
nothing left to discuss on that.
Everything's all settled?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
had to be before he could start doing anything back there.
Not
Yeah.
doing very well on this.
Huh? Oh,
Right here.
yeah, well, they're building, they've got that one going on up. All right, these are half, and this ripped at a half, so I can use
Oh,
them.
okay, yep. Yeah, you wanna cut them all at half. So you need 6 of the teardrop shaped ones that are smaller than your eye size pieces.
So roll them about the same. Oh,
Yep, roll about the same, they're going to be
They're
the
loose.
tip. Those are going to be the tip of the snowflake. They're this part of the snowflake,
okay.
it's the very tip of the snowflake. And then I'm gonna show you how to do the other part.
All right. So the rest of them are cut.
Yep, yep.
And they're all rolled that way? Yep.
Yep.
I don't know how to do it. They're coming.
Better make some copies.
It looks like I should have another one, because it's kind of spaced far
Here's
apart.
You can
Here's the
squish them
model.
together a little bit if you need to just spread them more till they are evenly apart. Until the glue dries, you can move them quite a bit.
Go together.
So is anybody done with their 6 small ones or not yet? You are? Yep. Okay, so you have the circles, the 6 small ones, the circles, then you need to take the end and you need to pinch just one end so that it's gonna look like a teardrop.
And then glue it.
Oh, she's doing that for you? Okay. Yes, and then glue it so so you have these little teardrop. But they're supposed to be quite a bit smaller because those are just the very tip, the ends.
Did you glue this and put it on her?
No, just,
No,
is
just-
that the little one?
So just make the
Just
little
leave
ones
it
for
on the
now.
side for right now.
The next step is, after that, we're gonna take the other 6 halves that we have. We're gonna fold them in half and crease it right at the half point. And then you're gonna roll both ends away from each other. So for the next part, you fold it in half. It'll make sense as I do it here.
Now we got one done.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Not quite right.
Do we have to roll opposite?
Just for the last part. So you did the first 6 long ones as the eye pieces, then you did the next 6 that are like teardrops, and then these are the last 6 pieces. I will do this one to show you how it's gonna be. How it'll look. And with this, you don't go all the way down to the crease. I mean, you can go mostly, I guess.
This one's.
Should there be any pieces left, or?
There might, if your kit had extra pieces, some kits had, because they were really hard to count, they stuck
Oh.
together. So some kits have extra pieces, but you should have at least, you need a total of 12 pieces, 6 long,
Okay.
and then the other 6 you cut in half to end up with 12 half sizes.
Okay.
Yes, glue the end of the teardrop.
There's one.
So when you're on the next part, you fold it in half and you curl them away from each other. This is what you're gonna end up with, something like this. Sort of like, almost like antennas for a butterfly or something, is what you're doing. That's what it's gonna look like. And we're gonna do that with 6 of them. And then we'll glue it together. There's so many things you can do with quilling. This is just to get you started. Can make really neat.
Yeah, the greeting cards are really pretty.
They are.
They look like they're a lot of work and people just throw them away.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They save them? The homemade
Shoot, I
ones?
frame them.
Yeah.
If I get one, I would never throw that away.
Oh, okay. We make
That's
them
a
for
picture.
church. Yeah,
Yep.
we make them for one of the churches and do different kind of cards and they appreciate it.
So I'm working on that last part again. I folded it in half, and then I'm gonna curl the ends away.
We should get a little buoy, I don't know how come that would be.
Fold it in half.
Yep, for the last section, fold it in half. And then,
Curl from each side.
yep, curl them away from each other.
Do you want to crease it?
Yes, you want to crease it at that half, at the center.
And you need to roll it tight or not?
I roll it tight. You can spread it out afterwards. So I guess it does spread out. That, what we're doing now, it's this piece here. So it forms there. But you can, I find it's easier to loosen it up afterwards than to, I mean, you can tighten it after, but I usually roll it tight and then loosen it if need be.
How many of those do you do?
6. And I made a mistake with mine, so I just unrolled it and re-rolling it.
Pieces. I just cut everything.
Well, you might have extras. You might have extra strips in your kit. That's
Yeah,
okay.
maybe
So
do
you
that.
need 6 of the eye pieces glued together, and then 6 of the teardrops, and then 6 that you're gonna fold in half and roll away from each other to make antennas.
Just do a
Yep.
little bit on the end.
I have no idea.
Just do a little bit on the end, is that all you do?
I don't think.
Are
I'm
you?
far
Which
enough.
part are you on?
The folding out.
The folding? Yeah. So just crease it in half, and then you're gonna then roll it until you end up with like, so it looks like
I don't think
antennas.
I did it far enough.
Go one in and one out.
I do both
No,
out,
both out.
both away from the center. So yeah, think of antennas like curling outward.
You go all the way to the bottom.
Pretty close, because you can pull it out if you need to afterwards. You know, like if you went too far and you need to loosen it, you can pull it out. So I go pretty close to the bottom. I don't go quite all the way. And then when we put it together is when you'll see how, if you went far enough or too far. Or,
What? And mine is so small.
yeah.
We have some.
Oh, look at the cars coming in now.
Yeah,
It could be a
you just take
sequence.
one of this and Go
At
in.
least we
Yep.
all got our parking spots.
Huh?
Said we at
Yeah.
least got our parking spots.
Well, maybe I ought to go in there and throw my coat on the chair.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You want me to throw yours on one chair?
Sure.
I got my walker, I can always sit on my walker.
You can sign my name. Oh, you know what? The keys are in there, and I think I might walk on it. So you'll want
I know he showed us, it doesn't matter how far down we roll it.
Go quite close to the
I also know
bottom.
where I can get an
Oh,
extra.
okay.
Quite close to the fold, because you can stretch it out if you need to, but that way it's curled as far as you need, and then we'll
Allows
just,
me to get my comfy chair from
and
my
then just roll the
office.
other one the opposite direction, so that they're rolling away from each other.
moves that easy.
Oh, it should be locked, it didn't get locked in place. Yep, most of the way down, and then away from each other. Yeah, it can unroll a little bit.
And then get down to the bottom. Oh wait, I think I rolled that the wrong way. Supposed to be opposite.
Yeah, they should be opposite, so you should have them, they should be rolling away from each other.
Shoot.
You can re-roll it.
Re-roll.
Yep. So they're gonna be the last thing. The next thing we're gonna glue in is the antenna-like pieces. So I think I'll walk through
This is
it.
quite good, you putting it on.
Yeah, so he can finish it, especially since you have the meeting tonight. So I think I'll do it right now, so for the recording, and then we can go over it more again afterwards. But, so now I'm just gonna put some glue on the ends of the eye pieces, put a little bit on the ends, and then I'm gonna push this in there, like that, and I'll do that on each end of the eye piece. You might have to adjust a little bit, especially since they're not all exact same size. So I take another antenna piece and just stick it between them, so it's gonna glue them together. And then the teardrop pieces, they are going to go there, so that you can put glue on each side of the teardrop. And you're gonna stick it between where I just did two of the antenna pieces. Whoops, that one came out. Hold on. That one should be in there. So between two of the antenna pieces is where the teardrop piece is gonna go, like that. So I will keep gluing on my antenna pieces. And you might need a little bit more glue than what I did the first one. It keeps popping out.
Oh, she is?
People come across that part right now.
I keep meaning to call you, but it's been too cold. Like, I want to. Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing anything.
So once it warms up, I'll give you a call.
Okay, no rush. We'll be there.
Guess I'm gonna have to finish mine later.
Yeah, I know, I wrote it.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
having trouble getting my
watch the video.
paper to go through the slot. I'm
Yeah.
gonna slot it too.
I did it from the edge
Put it
more.
inside.
Could I see that slide
I've been
tool a
trying
second?
that one and
Can I see the
worked,
slide tool and I'll just show how
Yeah,
I
it is
did it
hard
on
to
here.
get it to go through there.
So I did it, I more like,
Your slaughter tool does, I think, look narrower than
is it? See, in this one, I just kind
You're not
of slide it in. Oops, I'm not in here. I just slide it in from the side wherever I can get it in. Which it's not working either.
Yeah, I'm coming back with one.
Some of them have a little bit of that glue.
We're coming together. How long does it
So
take to
if
work?
that's
On there and you peel that off, that's.
Did you sign this thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just the molding.
I'm wondering if, well, that and just where I cut it, I'm wondering if that's making a difference on it too.
Yeah, because it's getting closer.
Just
We're
enough.
just gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Have to come back.
Okay, I know.
We've got quite a ways here. I'll have to.
Okay, so.
I'll be here Saturday. I'll be back Saturday.
Yeah, you can come back Saturday
What
and
time
finish.
is it Saturday?
11, right?
Oh, wow.
No, I think 10:30.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
but
okay.
the breakfast is done by then.
That's why I'm here tonight.
You'll
I
be
was
here
like,
anyway.
I need to learn how to do this if I'm gonna
Oh, you have
tell
to.
anybody anything on Saturday.
Well, yeah,
Well, you'll watch the recording and answer questions, so.
we'll put all this stuff in my bag.
That one.
Are they voting on those tonight?
No, no, it's
This
just
is educating.
educated.
Hopefully nobody's gonna be upset or yelling.
Oh, there's a couple that do, but
Oh,
I spoke my
okay.
piece, I spoke my piece last time.
I
Okay.
didn't, so you didn't.
But I wasn't very vocal, but maybe
Yeah.
some tonight that are,
Never know.
oh, here, I lost a piece here.
Okay, so,
Did they gonna have lunch? I didn't have supper.
I haven't eaten.
I think we should have lunch.
I don't know.
Snacks at the time chair meeting.
Don't you think that would've been good?
Well, Raj was burning, and I said, I wanna leave before 6. I could get up before 6. I'm just
Thank
gonna-
you.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
set this in the cover. Just-
Oh, yeah, that's fine, yep. Come back on Saturday and finish, or watch the video.
Oh, so the double curly ones
Did you
go
get
in
them?
before the,
Yes, before the
No,
teardrops. So then the
just,
teardrops go
okay.
in between where two double curly ones meet. They go right between where the curly
like this
pieces
model
meet.
here?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I'll just put it right there.
Okay, that's good.
leave yours in there?
I-
I'm gonna haul it in there, so I'll just leave it.
I don't know if I'll get there. But this is my job.
Leave my toothpick there too.
How old are your kids?
I'll be over in a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit,
I've got
Faye.
my granddaughter,
Faye.
she's thinking, I don't know. No, how old is Timmy? 13, she's gonna be.
You roll in.
These double roll ones, do we have to glue them somewhere?
Yes, you're gonna, I'll show
I
you.
got my letter, it looks good.
Just like right on the inside?
Oh, so, no, you don't have to glue them individually, you're gonna glue them together when you glue them onto your snowflake. They're
Okay.
gonna stay in place then.
Okay.
I will show you, I'll get some more going to show you.
Oh, these kind of just loosen right up. Hmm, okay, well, they don't have to stay tight then.
No, because they need to be loose enough to spread so that they reach the center eyepieces of your snowflake. So see, like right here, this is one curly Q. It starts here and that's one of the antenna type ones. And it's going between the two eyepieces. I don't know what you call them, but that's what they look like to me, the eyepieces. And then it goes between those two. And then you do that between each of the two eyepieces. And then you put the teardrop in the middle where the antennas meet. Does that make sense to you, Chris? Okay. So
So, let's see.
It makes like a little bridge in
Yep.
between, the halfway point is gonna make the middle of a bridge in between the ends of your little flower petals.
yes.
Oh, you know
Yep.
what? 'Cause I
And
made
then
these
the teardrop shapes get glued into the,
Where those two meet.
yes.
And you can move your pieces around a little if it doesn't quite meet like you want. You can shift a little because the glue is still not totally dry. But then if you leave it on this Ziploc bag, it'll totally dry, and then you'll be able to just peel it right off.
This looks too big, so I'm doing something.
Let's see.
So I've got the double, and I've got the center.
I'm gonna stop the recording. I think that's enough.